David, how are you today?
Not too bad, lads. How are you?
Good.
Yeah. How does it feel to be back in school?
How does it feel to be back?
Yeah.
Weird, to be honest. I was here back in March. The musical's on back in March.
Oh, yeah.
So I was here for that, but I've not been down the corridors in, Jesus, what is it, 5 years now or something? So, yeah. A bit weird. A bit surreal.
Look any different?
Not from what I could see so far.
Bring back any memories?
Jesus, yeah. Too many memories, unfortunately. Yeah, well, like I started here in first year, in this building in first year. So, like, 6 years of your life spent going up and down the corridors for, I don't know how many hours, like, so. Yeah.
Did you enjoy the musical?
Yeah.
Are you going to come see this year's one?
Oh, of course I will, yeah.
Yeah, he's the main character.
Yeah.
There you go. I'll know who you are, so.
Yes, we will. So I guess we'll start. We'll go after school and then we'll talk about later on. We'll go with the CNI memories and stuff like that. So you went to TUD, was it?
Yeah.
And what was that like? What was the course like?
Yeah, so I studied accountancy and finance. So I was lucky enough to get on the 3-year degree that they have, a bachelor's in science. So that was interesting because it started normally for 6 months and then COVID happened.
Oh yeah.
So I think it was around March time. Yeah, we were all got an email saying, "Oh, like stay home for 2 weeks." Like lectures must be online. I don't even think we had lectures for the first few weeks. And then the rest of my college experience was online pretty much up until the last 3 months of my degree. So it's been.
It would all be working from home, would it?
Yeah.
That's kind of it, because you don't get to experience. I know college life is a big part of college in general. So, and what does the course qualify to do when you?
So basically what I'm doing at the moment. So I work in Deloitte, which is a professional services firm. So I'm exam qualified now as a chartered accountant. So what I do is I audit mainly funds and aircraft lessors. Okay. So what we do is we look at their financial statements and we kind of make sure that they're not wrong, for want of a better word, or wrong to a certain degree. So the course basically gave me exemptions for my professional exams. So studying to be a chartered accountant, you have to sit exams after you're in college. So you have to work. So the past couple of years I've been working and studying. So but basically what I'm doing now is what the degree led me to.
And that's working with all sorts of different companies and stuff.
Yeah. So Jesus, I've worked across maybe 3 or 4 different industries, but
any big huge ones that you might know.
Do you know BlackRock?
Yeah.
So I've worked on a few of their renewable energy funds. Who else? I don't think you know anyone else. The other side I work on is SPVs, and they'd be kind of small entities that you wouldn't know of, but they actually they form a huge part of our economy. So it's interesting work.
Well, what made you want to do that?
I've always had a passion for commercial aviation, but obviously to become a pilot in this country it's incredibly expensive. So what I thought of doing was taking kind of a look down the kind of financial side of it. So becoming an accountant and maybe go and serve in their financial functions in aircraft lessors would probably be my preferred route. So that's kind of the story behind that.
The chartered accountant.
Yeah.
What is that? I was wondering what that is, because is that like, I don't know if you know the Liverpool standard chartered.
Yeah. So that's actually that'd be a bank. So that's one of the standard chartered who sponsor one of the biggest banks in the world. But like a chartered accountant is basically, how do you put it? It's a professional body of accountants in Ireland. So in order to become a chartered accountant, you have to have you have to meet certain standards, I suppose. So there's, as I was saying, there's 3 sets of exams that you have to sit, and then you also have to do a mandatory amount of work experience as well. So a lot of the big 4 firms so be like Deloitte where I work, PwC, Grant Thornton, well they're not Big Four, but EY, like they hire a load of graduates every year, and as part of that you do your accountancy exams, you get your like training, essentially your experience, and then from there you get accepted into chartership. So if it's kind of like a trade nearly, so if you were like electrician or something like that, you'd study for X amount of years, you'd get your work experience, and then it'd be more formal, I suppose, like you'd have a piece of paper at the end and you get a title on your name as well, so it's good from that point of view. But it's basically just that you can go into any company in any industry,
Wow.
and you're pretty much guaranteed a job, at least in their finance function. So
And it's a good pay.
it's not too bad, I'll put it that way.
That's good.
That's cool, yeah, that's cool.
What else would we go on to?
You have to be good at maths for that.
Oh, that's good.
Really good at maths. Who's your maths teacher back then?
Moshe Parsons back in 5th and 6th year, but he's not here anymore.
Not really.
He left.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few teachers who've been and gone, like, but maths it's a funny one actually. You don't need to be as good as maths as you think.
Really?
No.
Did you take higher level though? Yeah.
Yeah, I was at higher level, but like a lot of the maths that I've done at higher level I've actually lost, and it kind of annoys me, like, because like you think as an accountant you're looking at maths the whole day, but like you're actually looking at like laws and regulations a lot.
Mm.
So obviously the accounting standards that companies have to report by are like fairly in depth, and then as an auditor we also have auditing standards that we have to abide by. So you're more actually looking at legal jargon all day and trying to interpret that than doing maths, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And obviously you still need to be fairly decent, like, you know, but Excel helps a lot with that, so
Oh, yeah.
that's where I spend most of my day on.
Did you do well in your Leaving Cert?
Probably not as well as I'd like to be honest with you. But like, it doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
You ended up where I wanted to end up,
Yeah.
you know?
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
I went to TUD, like my first choice would have been DCU, but like TUD was the same course, you got the same exemptions for the exams and stuff, so like in the end it didn't really matter, to be honest.
Were they like very tough, the exams?
The Leaving Cert?
No, what are the exams?
The accounts exams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd
They were, you think, I thought when you do the Leaving Cert, you think the Leaving Cert is really hard.
Mm.
And it's like, it's okay, it wasn't too bad. There's a lot of stuff, but like, it's more rote learning, so it's easier to study for, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Then you get to college and you're like thinking, oh, college is going to be really hard. And then college is nearly the same as a Leaving Cert. Maybe a small bit harder, like the concepts you're covering are like a bit, like they're more technical, but like you can get through. And then you get to these exams that I sat the last set during the summer, and yeah, they're tough. They're tough. There's no kind of rote learning for them. It's just application of like accumulated knowledge. So they're trying to test you on everything you've learned from your first year of college the whole way through. So I had a box at home with all my notes, because they're open book exams. Thank God.
Okay, yeah.
So you think it's easy, but it doesn't help. I think like the box was like 25 kilos or something of notes. So
Oh, Jesus.
yeah,
And over how many years is that?
that was just
The notes.
6
Oh.
months of study.
6 months?
6 months
Yeah.
is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Some work, eh?
Yeah. Oh, I went through about 5 trees, I think, printing off them notes. Yeah. But there you go.
So I suppose we'll go back to the start of school life.
Yeah.
First year, we've asked people, or the people that we've had on before, what they thought first year and like their expectations for the school and all. What was that like for you?
It was very new, like the school was brand new back then.
Would you would have been the second first year? Would you? Second or third?
The second first years just, I think we would have been the first years to start in the school. Or maybe your second or something like that, but the school was
2011 now.
11 or was it
2011.
It was either, it might have been the second ones in, but the school was basically brand new.
Mm.
So all the equipment, like especially like in woodwork, like that was everyone was brand new, so we like it was really good from that point of view, in the sense of you're coming into somewhere new and like, you know, it's not on bits like so
Yeah.
that helps. But like it was weird coming from, obviously you don't know yourselves, coming from primary school and you're in kind of a class with everyone really well, and then suddenly you're in a year group and it's like there's like 280 other people. So that was a bit of an adjustment, and then getting used to homework and all that stuff was fun. But I'd say it was a pretty good experience in first year.
Some people are in the horrors around first year, you know.
Yeah.
Some people don't have a very good time.
I had my moments. I broke my arm on lodge artifice, so that was fun.
Oh jeez.
How did you do that?
So we used to go ice skating in, do you know, Funderland in the RDS?
Yeah.
So they didn't do this class day now, but I fell when I was ice skating. So the old principal at Ian McCarr, the first day we were back after Christmas, she like made it, like we were all in the assembly in the hall, and she put out a big saying like, oh, David's back from the hospital. I was there with my arm and I was like get me out of here as soon as I can, but as soon as I could. But yeah, no, it was a good experience, and I kind of carried on the whole way through.
Yeah.
Like probably the best year would have been either TY or sixth year.
So you did TY?
Yeah.
And did you enjoy it?
Oh yeah.
Do you have any like favourite memories?
I was actually helping out at the musical.
Really?
I helped with the like building the stage and stuff.
The
So,
construction side of stuff?
yeah,
Yeah.
that was really good.
What was what musical did you
It was Billy Elliot that year.
Oh yeah.
So that was good fun. You have to say.
Yeah.
Throughout like your whole school time that you're in the school, like what would be your favourite memory or like some of your best memories?
Do you know what? It's actually just the day-to-day stuff.
Really?
Like sitting down in a class and having a laugh with your
Yeah.
friends and stuff. Like you miss that so much. That's a big thing I noticed in college is you don't have that as much. Now some people do. Like I, for other reason, I just didn't. Especially probably with COVID.
Yeah.
So that's probably what I miss, or what I remember best.
Yeah.
And stuff. But I also like there's some classes I just love. Like I loved construction and woodwork. Like those are the best couple of hours in the week for me. Like
Really?
yeah. So that'd probably be it. But yeah, just the day to day like laugh
Because
and
people like if I'm talking to my dad or my mum or something, they're always saying you don't realise how much fun you have
oh yeah.
during school,
Yeah.
just having the crack.
Yeah.
And then you go out and it's like, oh, I'm not allowed to do this anymore.
No.
I can't just take the mic.
No. Well like you can, but the world's a lot more serious when you're outside of school.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that you don't have fun, but it's like you've more freedom whenever you're in school. Especially like I noticed, especially going into like 5th and 6th year, you can have more crack with the teachers and stuff.
Yeah.
Not
Like-
this year, so.
Yeah, I feel like once you
But-
become a senior, they don't.
They kind
They
of lay
treat
off
you.
you a little.
Treat you.
Yeah.
But that like that's
Yeah.
that's it's a respect thing. Like you know,
Yeah.
as you're getting a bit older, like they're like, oh, okay, you know, you can have that kind of respect because it's built up from the 3 years
Yeah.
before. But yeah, that'd be it for me.
So woodwork and engineering construction would have been your favourite subject.
Yeah.
And did you ever think to take or do a career in that?
Not really, to be honest. I always loved it. Like, as I said, like commercial aviation was my thing. So it never really crossed my mind to, I don't know, study as like a quantity surveyor or something like that. Now, probably in retrospect, like definitely something I could have gone down, but I'm happy enough with what I chose. Like I liked that as I liked the idea of doing that as a hobby, but like sometimes if you do things professionally, you actually ruin it for yourself. So
Start
I
to hate it.
was happy enough to just leave that as it was.
Do you still do any like woodwork or anything
No,
else?
I don't have enough space in the house. So
Yeah. Is there any teachers, like a favourite teacher that you had that might be in the school or might not be anymore?
Rosh McCabe from
Which one?
Which one?
from
There's two.
construction studies, and he's a
That would have been he's vice principal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he was
Maybe,
he was a class teacher.
was
Yeah.
He was a teacher before he
Yeah.
became the vice principal.
I know he taught construction studies, DCG. I don't know, did he do DCG? Yeah, he done DCG. Woodwork, obviously. Like, yeah.
I don't know. I did that.
There's pictures of it up in Master Moore's room, I think. I don't know if I've seen it. That might have been something else.
Oh.
So, what other things about school?
Did you have any like hobbies or pastimes outside of school like you did?
Up until TY, so like I played rugby, and then I got an injury and I had to stop that. But like outside of school, not really in 5th and 6th year. Like I played basketball with the school a lot, so that kind of would have been like the sport that I would have done back then.
When you were in TY, did you go on any like trips?
In TY I didn't. They went to Germany in TY, but I didn't go.
Oh.
But I went on the Italy trip in 5th year.
Was that good?
Yeah, that was very good.
Pretty good.
That was good crack.
Was there no like going to event? Like I know next week we're going to Tana for an adventure centre thing. So none of that, no?
Not really in 5th and 6th year. Like I played basketball with the school a lot, so that kind of would have been like the sport that I would have done back then.
When you were in TY, did you go on any like trips?
In TY I didn't. They went to Germany in TY, but I didn't go.
Oh.
But I went on the Italy trip in 5th year.
Was that good?
Yeah, that was very good.
Pretty good.
That was good crack.
Was there no like going to event? Like I know next week we're going to Tana for an adventure centre thing. So none of that, no?
I've already gone on 2 trips.
There probably was. I probably can't
Don't
remember.
recall. Yeah.
Did you have like a favourite trip from your whole school life?
Probably just the Italy trip.
Really?
That was really, really good.
Where'd you go?
So we stayed in Lake Garda, and we kind of done like day trips around. So we went to like Venice and stuff, and we went to Gardaland, which is like a big theme park out there. So that was good
Oh,
crack.
did you go on the rides?
Yeah, that was good. That was good fun. So
That's probably what I'll say most people are looking forward to this
Yeah.
year. We're going to Germany, isn't it?
yeah.
And we might be going to a theme park. They don't know the theme park hasn't replied to them.
Okay.
I'm glad of it.
Try and push for that because
Yeah.
it's good. It's good
Yeah.
fun. Like when you're with all your mates.
It is like it's a mad experience going to a different country. So even the airport experience, being on the plane and all that stuff,
Yeah.
with your class and your teachers and all that stuff, it's
Yeah.
it's mad.
Yeah. It's good fun. I'd have to say.
So would you have any like advice for exam years or just students in general?
Like the thing with exams is they're going to be tough no matter how you approach them, but you can make it easier on yourself, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I always think, and obviously like I was off work for 3 months studying in the summer, so my job was basically to study.
Study.
So from that, like I can say, taking like breaks is so important. Like people think you can sit there, like you go home, you think you can study for like 3 hours after school. But it's not realistic. Like you might sit down for 3 hours, but you might only get an hour of quality study done. So you're better off, I think, doing 20-30 minutes, stop and having a 5-10 minute break, going back to it. And the other thing I'd say is start and study early, like
Instead of leaving it later.
yeah, like especially Leaving Cert, because there is 7 subjects you have to study for. So
Yeah.
you know, you need to be careful with, you know, like you've a whole year to study for it really, but some people leave it until after Easter, and then you know you're not doing too well then. But yeah, I suppose if I were to summarize it, like just be take breaks and then start early. You know,
Yeah.
you don't want to make it a challenge for you or make it any harder for yourself than it already is. So
Yeah.
that's what I would say.
What subjects did you do for Milner?
English, Irish, maths, French, construction studies, physics. Was that 7?
Physics, construction.
I think so.
6, I
What
think.
did you say?
6 and 6.
What other ones did I do?
Their history or geography, you know.
No.
Spanish or French or
Just French.
Really?
I can't remember.
What were you making for construction?
I made a artistic model of the Samuel Beckett Bridge in Dublin.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
So
that's cool.
yeah,
Was it hard to make it?
it was at the time. Yeah, there's like there was a few kind of technical skills involved. So like we were doing dovetailing on like the base of the bridge, and then the bridge itself was just like a piece of oak, but that had to be shaped and stuff. And then I would turn. Do you know, like there's a bit in the middle of the river that the bridge swivels on. That was wood turned, and then I suppose the hardest bit was actually like getting all the string to line up. So I had like, I think it was like 100 like small tiny eyelets, and then you had to drill small out. That took forever, but yeah, it was worth it in the end. That was like I got a H1 in construction, so you know.
Really?
How much was the project worth of your market?
Oh, I can't remember. It was like 30, like a third or something, or a half or something.
You know how much it is now?
I think it's 40%. It's less now.
40%, yeah, I think something like that.
At the moment, I would be less.
It was between a third and a half or something like that. So can't remember off the top of my head. But
Well, for the junior side, we got our junior cert results back. Was it last week?
Yeah, that's one thing.
It was 70%, wasn't it? The engineering and
For engineering and woodwork, it was 70% here.
for your project,
Yeah, just for our project.
That's
Yeah.
that's a lot.
a lot easier.
Yeah.
If you could go back into school life and like think about extracurricular stuff, is there anything that you do or not do?
Like do differently or
Yeah, do differently. Anything you do differently during school, like get involved in something or.
I'm not sure, to be honest. I thought like as a student here I was pretty open, and I tried like a few different things, like you know, I played basketball. I didn't play basketball before I started coming here, so like yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I was very happy with what I achieved when I was here and stuff, and the legacy left behind or whatever, so I don't know.
Play basketball.
Yep.
What position?
Kind of as a centre.
Centre.
Yeah.
Were you tall back then in the first year?
Not in first year. I've pretty much been the same height from second or third year. So
Yeah.
I just say that it's just under 6 foot the whole way through. 6 foot if you ask me on a good day. Depending on the shoes that I wear.
Yeah.
There's basketball going. Is it still going on now?
Yeah.
There's basketball matches going on.
But,
Go and watch it. But, yeah.
You could spin around and watch a bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
There used to be a lot of people always up in the balcony on the second floor looking
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still do.
They should start allowing people to go and watch it because
Yeah.
maybe because it's not major. Is it league? Is it? I wouldn't
No, I
know.
think it's just a friendly.
Friendly matches. Well, if there's leagues
Yeah,
and
but
stuff.
still, they're fun to watch.
Yeah, they don't let anyone out of class at all.
They kept me out of class, I know.
Yeah, that's all people care about weekend now.
We used to have like people sitting along the edges all the time.
They only allow people that are like that play basketball for the lower levels, or there's the media team that take videos for the Instagram and stuff.
Mhm.
Oh,
They let them do
I
it.
didn't know that. That's a bit of a
Yeah.
shame.
But there's some people that would like to watch it, like
Yeah.
just a bit of advice,
Yeah, if you're watching this, maybe let us watch it.
Do you remember what subjects you did in TY?
God.
That'd be a tough one because they changed as well
Yeah.
halfway through.
Can't remember. Doesn't really matter. The thing with TUI is the biggest thing that I got from TUI was the work experience.
What did you do for a work experience?
So I worked in it's like an aviation services company up in
Oh, that's
Swords.
cool.
So I worked with them. That was quite influential on like knowing what I wanted to do and stuff. And then I worked in it's like a carbon fiber repair place.
Yeah.
So that was quite interesting.
Mm.
I'd also realised that I'm not made for doing things like that with my hands because I just break stuff all the time. So
Destructive rather than productive.
yeah, so that's the big thing in TUI. I think is actually getting out there in the real world and kind of doing those kind of things. Cause
That is one of the main things.
Yeah.
It's kind of a to your feet to mature, like
exactly, yeah. No, and it's not something you want to squander or waste, like because. I know it was only 2 weeks. Was it still 2 weeks for you?
No, we do it every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday you're in summer.
Yeah.
For the
Like that's even better then.
Yeah.
And it just we switch the job or whatever we're doing. We switch after Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah, we do run through 3 different months. Yeah.
Like that's really because it gives you an idea of like what life after school is actually like, or life after college is actually like as well.
Yeah.
Did you have like any idea what you wanted to go in, like what area of business you want to go in? TY,
Um,
or when did you figure that out?
it would have been TY. Like I was always like I liked accounting and junior cert business. Actually, Ian Fitzgerald taught me that. She's still here, I think. Isn't she?
Geography teacher for sure.
Yeah, she taught geography as well.
She's still here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she taught business for me, me in junior cert, and yeah, I liked accounting. I thought, okay, this is something I could go into, and then we had a family friend who worked in another professional services firm. Kind of had a chat about it, and I was like, okay, there might be something to work towards. So then my kind of 5th and 6th year was just tailored towards that, I suppose, in a way. So, but like the thing with like especially with what I do, like there's so many different jobs within a business that you can go into. It's actually hard to know what you want to do. So you can think about a general area, like having or being a chartered accountant is kind of a hedge on your career, as in like you can use it to do pretty much anything you want. So that's kind of what my thinking was. But to answer your question, probably TY, I'd say, and it was again after being like a professional environment and being in a workplace like that, kind of it gave me an idea.
Would you recommend TY?
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely. Yeah.
I mean, what was I going to say there? Just forgot what I was going to say there. What do we have? What time are we at there now? 27 on the go.
27.
Jeez,
27, that's good.
that's a fair
I
chat.
think that's like our longest one actually.
The other people at 37 minutes going with Mr. McElerney. 37 minutes.
37, okay.
Oh, he's been in the school. He was in the school
Yeah, he was
before.
a
He
teacher.
had lots of chat for Ireland, so
Yeah.
Did you have him at all?
no, but I'm friends with his brother.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there people that you knew from school that you still know now?
Oh, my friend group, yeah. We're all
Really?
all still friends, yeah.
Stuck from school?
Yeah.
So that's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Um,
No, like that's a, no, obviously everyone's different, but I think I was lucky in the friend group that I made that we're all kind of some
Yeah.
fairly close. Like,
Yeah.
Did you know each other all from first year or like before that?
first and second year, yeah.
So you all met in the school?
Yeah.
That's
No,
cool.
some of them, like I was in school and scupper and anyway.
Oh, you went there?
Yeah.
Oh.
So some of them carried across, but like some of the lads are from Donacarney and stuff, and whatever. So yeah, there you go.
I'd say that's good enough.
Yeah, that's good.
Thanks very much, lads.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for
Thanks
coming in.
answering the questions.
Thanks for